I used to take notes from my trips and learn from them. What went well and what could be improved. Here are 7 tips I discovered on a photography trip to Lapland. This is not a guide to camera gear or settings. After this video, you know what do you have to keep in mind when you're doing a photographic journey. Tip number 1. Find alternative filming locations for your trip. When I set off from Kuusamo towards my destination Ylläs, I looked at the weather forecast and saw that the weather would be miserable all day there. There would have been no point of driving at full speed 400 kilometers straight to my destination. Fortunately, I had carefully looked at interesting filming locations along the way well in advance. I had found 6 places, of which I stopped at 4 and shot at 3. The fog can be your friend or your enemy. At this location, I couldn't see the fells rising behind the swamp. Instead, the orange color of the swamp was a surprise, and the fog made it stand out nicely. It's worth checking the satellite map along the route for photo spots that could easily be visited. You can't see the good drone spots from the highway, and you have no idea how wonderful places you're driving past. Tip number 2. Keep your gear always ready. And if you're driving, keep your camera in the front seat so you can take pictures straight out of the car window if you need to. When I arrived to Ylläs, the weather turned beautiful. I immediately started taking pictures. Tip number 3. Public viewpoints and summits are good places for bird photography. Birds are used to people and come close for the breadcrumbs. I have witnessed this at least in the mountains of Spain, Austria and Morocco. So you can get bird in landscape photos. Maybe you shouldn't shoot the same landscapes that everyone else is shooting. When the sun starts to set, people start to go home. The best time to shoot is often after the sunset. Tip number 4. Be the first on the spot. You can photograph at your own pace, especially with your drone. Don't disturb other people with your drone. They have come here to enjoy the silence. Make use of the bicycle. Go to places where you can get there quickly. That way, you can spend a lot of time in the photo spot, and you have time to do some scouting. Tip number 5. Use the cloudy days for scouting. It usually takes at least 2 days to find a suitable location. Because on a cloudy day, you may not know how the light will behave. Remember to enjoy the journey. Tip number 6. Seize the moment. This is perhaps the most important piece of advice of all. Usually, you don't get the kind of photos you want, but everything else on the way. If something unexpected comes along, stick to it and forget the original plan. However, don't stick to the first composition, but look around and take your time composing if you can. Tip number 7. Set a goal for your trip. What do you want to achieve and what message you want to convey? Are you photographing just for yourself or for someone else? If you can answer these questions, you can focus on the right subject when the light is good and when suddenly there's a lot to photograph. Did you succeed? Write down notes, learn from your mistakes, and start again.